in scoring and assists. We talked about Caitlin Clark earlier in the season on this podcast, and kind of what did we see projecting from her as a WNBA career. We all knew that she would, be a good player, at minimum, a good player. But I think she's exceeded expectations, honestly, just for her rookie season. At the beginning, she kind of started off slow, and then the Olympics came. She had a break for the Olympics, and then came back and honestly been on fire since then. She's only had maybe like 1 or 2 bad games since the Olympic break, and the shot is falling. Her teammates are scoring like a motherfucker. Lexi Hull knocking down shots. Kelsey Mitchell's knocking down shots. Aaliyah Boss is playing better. And Caitlin Clark, I mean, I know people don't like Caitlin Clark for whatever reason, but we can't deny the fact that the Indiana Fever were a terrible team for years. They had number 1 pick, or at least number 2 pick, for several years. Caitlin Clark gets entered into this lineup, and the culture has changed. People don't like the coach that they currently have in Indiana. So Caitlin Clark is there. Not that she's like fully responsible for the success of the Indiana Fever, obviously not, because you got other good players, but she at least like the last of the damn Infinity Stones on the Infinity Gauntlet for the Indiana Fever right now. So yeah, we see her playing well. What do y'all think about Caitlin Clark?
I was dead wrong. Caitlin Clark, if not, could and should be deserved to be in the MVP conversation right now.
She in there.
I said to give her 3 years. My God, I mean, she might be ready for it immediately. Come on in, Candy. And you look at we just talking about the points, right? And I say Caitlin Clark was number 14. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if y'all just listen to the or watch the entire season, if she went in a span and hit just 12 more threes randomly just throughout the season, because y'all know she's gonna jack up them threes, she'd have been top 10 in her rookie season. Right. Top 10. She's about 36 points away from that. You know how crazy that is to put as much on her back as she's been carrying and to still exude and excel past all the expectations is marvelous. That break, you talked about it, Savage, that break, Olympic break, whatever the break was, she found a kill switch after that. And it's been lights out for the Fever. And against everybody else. I would be, if I am anyone else lining up against the Fever, I would be kind of scared about this. I know you can kind of game plan against her in a series, 3-5 game series, whatever. That will be interesting to see how coaches do differently. But right now, nah. She needs, if Asia Wilson is head and shoulders above everybody. To me, that's me.
Yeah. No,
because it's offense and defense. She's doing both. But I mean, Caitlin Clark definitely has I'm gonna say my vote, but my eyes on her even more moving forward. And I would love the Indiana Fever going to be in the postseason.
Yep.
The postseason. They came from the number 1 pick, Washington Wizards. And they're gonna turn that number 1 pick into the playoffs. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey. I said coming to the season, I put the projected stats of 16-6, and I think before the Olympic break, she was averaging that. And like y'all said, that break just something switched. And I think honestly, it was just a mental chill for her. You got to think she was the number 1 player in college, came right into the WNBA, and it's boom. Here you go, keys to the franchise. So I think, and I think I bet money that I'm right. She probably took a week break or no basketball, nothing, and just went in somewhere and hid like Aaron Rodgers and came back. And that's what we saying, man. Just, sometimes you got to take an off day. Take that off day, y'all. Screw that job. That's what Beyonce said. But shout out to Caitlin Clark. I think she, with Angel Reese getting injured, I think she's definitely the runaway for Rookie of the Year too. But I feel like it would be dope for both of them to get Rookie of the Year, co-Rookie of the Year, because they both still in a way changed the game and brought different eyes to the game. But if Caitlin gets it on her own, I won't be upset with that, because to go from 16-6 to 19-8, and she gets 6 boards. She getting 6 boards. So she hooping. And shout out to Caitlin. We support you, Caitlin. Screw everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that, man, I tweet about the WNBA a lot, and likewise, the For You page on Twitter, it adjusts your algorithm based on what you tweet, and I see way too many and I'm gonna call them out. Way too many WNBA media members that tweet about everything else but Caitlin Clark. You literally have an amazing player on your hands that's going to expand your league. Not saying she's the solid reason to doing this, but she's a damn big part of this equation that's
Catalyst
bringing a good word, vocab word for today, catalyst. She's bringing thousands, millions more eyes on the game, bro. Like she's bringing so many eyes to the game that you have people who are in the media that are not talking about it. Like news flash, the way you expand your league is talk about when things happen that are historical. This is literally a historical season. There are people that I see that are big WNBA people that did not tweet about Caitlin Clark breaking the rookie scoring record.
Talk about
like
it.
That's crazy to me. Like, yes, Asia Wilson is the all-time, season score. Like, yes, absolutely. Tweet about that. I tweet about that. I tweet about Asia Reese's rebounds. I tweet about Caitlin Clark. But to just completely ignore Caitlin Clark in terms of like talking about basketball, not about race, not about off the court shit, not about social media shit. Which, by the way, like if you are on social media, stop pinching the trolls, bro. Like you're getting mad at people that have no profile pictures. Like, stop it. Just ignore the trolls and watch basketball. When you watch basketball, I see Caitlin Clark putting up 28 and 6. Mm-hmm. That speaks for itself. The game speaks for itself, bro. So again, if you are WNBA, talk about what's going on. When Victor Wembanyama came into the league and started doing crazy shit, best believe every NBA fan like, damn, this nigga is an alien. That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron came in, we didn't have Twitter, but we were like, damn, LeBron, he dunked on somebody's head. When Zion came in, damn, Zion, he bamming on folks' head. Like, we talk about these top players who number one picks. Mm-hmm. So continue to talk about these players to help expand your game. You're about to have an expansion team next year in Golden State. You're about to have one in Portland. I think you're going to have one in Toronto. The game is growing, and Caitlin Clark is going to be a part of that game growing. So stop being salty about her being a white girl that can hoop and embrace her, bro. Just embrace her. Just stop it.
And we at this point, that's the nickname, the Catalyst.
Caitlin Catalyst.
I heard it here first. And if y'all heard it anywhere else, we soon.
I like it. The Catalyst. I like that. That's a hell of a nickname. I like that.
No hate from me.